Good evening.
Another episode of
Another
Enclave.
week.
Oh my God. Hello, Robert. Welcome to the show.
What's going on? Things are crazy, man. Genie 3 from Google just shipped. And
Okay,
I've
okay,
been
okay,
waiting for
okay,
the
okay. I missed
holodeck
you so much. I
for
missed you so
years.
much. I think like I read some things about AI here and there. Like so out of touch from AI for like the past 4 weeks because we were shipping and building in Somnium and stuff that I just learned, okay, like yesterday or day before yesterday about CloudBot, which I'll need to discuss with you later in this episode. But that's how out of touch for the last several weeks I am from AI. So okay, Google just shipped something.
Everything
What
can
is it?
change in 96 hours.
Weeks
Okay,
become
so
days. It's crazy.
tell us what did Google ship? Why it's so important? What did Google ship today?
Google Genie 3 is a new kind of world model. It has several competitors that have shipped in the last few weeks. World Labs from Fifi Lee,
This
who came
meeting
out
is
of
being
Stanford.
recorded.
Oh, are we
Okay,
recording now?
yeah. No, we're recording already. I just as a backup, I just clicked the recording button.
Okay. So these world models create worlds based on their knowledge inside. These are things that are trained with video data. They're sort of like a large language model that runs ChatGPT or Grok or Anthropic Cloud, that kind of thing. Those were trained on mostly text data, right? My blog, my books, magazine articles, Reddit, all that comes in, gets shoved through the NVIDIA cards, out spits a large language model that runs our chatbots. These are trained with video data. Oliver Cameron's Odyssey ML, Odyssey.ml was the first one that I saw. And he told me he trained it with 60 years of video data. These then
Where do they get the
let you,
video from? Google from YouTube, or where do they get a video from?
oh, I'm sure there's a lot of thievery going on.
Like
I
the
had dinner
pirates.
last night with a guy who sells video data, so I know
But
that there's
Google having
because
YouTube doesn't need to even steal, right? They can kind of use the
no,
data
no,
from YouTube.
they can just go and grab a few videos and put them in their TPUs because they don't use NVIDIA cards; they use TPUs to do the same thing. These are new kinds of video generation capabilities, and they're real time. So if you use like Kling or Luma or Midjourney to create a video,
Yeah.
those things created the first frame and the last frame, and then it fills in the frames. These new ones are real time. So they create the first frame and then the second frame, then the third frame, then the fourth frame. So what it means for normal people, you can go to these things and ask it, hey, I'd like a girl running around a tree chasing a cat. And in about half a second, it starts playing a video that does that. And then it's interactive. So you can say, well, I want the girl to pet the cat, right? And then all of a sudden
Oh,
the girl's
nice.
petting it,
Okay.
right? So this is a new kind of media that's coming
Is it a
along.
product already? So can I use it, or it's just a?
It just is shipping from Google. Odyssey and ML has been out for a couple months. World Lab's been out a couple months. Pixverse is another one that has one of these. They've been out a week. So this is a fast-moving space, and it has deep implications on the future of virtual reality or augmented reality or mixed reality, whatever we call these things. Because if you can create a video, well, what's an Apple Vision Pro? You're watching
Stereo
two
video,
TV,
yeah.
stereo video. So if you can create two of them, now you can create a 3D scene that you can walk around in a little bit and interact with and touch. And that's the holodeck. That's my dream. I want a full-on holodeck on my face so that I can create 3D
I
scenes.
think we're like 5 years away from
virtual
it being
things.
reality, at least in a video
Well,
way that you are be able to like walk around in
I
the video and
disagree.
stuff.
I disagree. 18 months ago, when these new kinds of creative generators, they could create hands with 7 fingers. Now they're creating movies, right? So 18 months.
Yeah, the reason
They're
I'm
not
saying
far.
5 years is because this
Yeah, 5
technology.
years for grandma. I don't really like it.
No. I think that's where I disagree because what I'm saying 5 years is because VR, as much as I would love it to be, is not in the forefront of interest of any of that AI company. So while they will be improving the video generation, the editing generation for normal people with normal product, VR will come last. That's what I'm trying to say. VR will come kind of there unless someone takes those models and makes like some kind of like a fan-based product out of it, or like a Git out of it, so that people can use it. Like we just received like the open source model from Apple, which was able to create those Gauss and Splat pictures, the 3D pictures. Yet, do you see a lot of people use it in VR? Only in the niche. There are some worlds in Somnium, some worlds in VR chat. There are a few people using it on Vision Pro, but it's not a mass product. It's not something.
Believe me, we can spend the rest of the hour talking about the state of the VR industry, and we know it's still a niche product, right? You still have to put something on your face. I watch people; they're all addicted to their phones. How do you get them unaddicted to their phone from their phones? Now, world models can display on a phone, and there's going to be a lot of things coming this year because of these new world model technologies for the phone. So, okay, great. We're going to have celebrities on our phone talking to us, virtual beings, we call them. And that has deep implications for the phone. But you know me, I'm still dreaming of a day where we can get real holodeck.
We'll get there. I mean, we are getting there. It's obvious.
And the only way you get a real holodeck.
A lot of puzzle pieces are coming together from different directions, and at some point it will be just so everywhere, basically, so available that it will just click together. I don't think someone will immediately make a holodeck as a service or product for VR, but because from each direction it will be like coming together, it will just exist. And then the question is what we'll do with it, but that's another question. Okay, so Google is shipping. I like it. I mean,
these world models will bring an infinite set of realities, right? They're bringing a virtual world to you that you impel to be created by your prompt or your talking, and then they're interactive. And this has deep implications on the future of media. You're probably right. Before they get perfect and good, and the glasses come that have, 180-degree field of view and are cheap, and everybody has
180 is low, 220. I like 220.
You know what? My Apple Vision Pro has 90. So if I get, more,
exactly. I know.
Happier, right?
Unfortunately, mine as well, but still good headset. I still like it.
It's still a great headset, right? But the future is out there. So you're probably right that for it to be perfected and good.
And around about 5-6 years, then we'll see some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have Google AI Ultra?
By the way, these world models have deep implications on the training of robotics and on the running of robotics as well, and that's a hot new area. That's
okay. We'll get there. Before we get to another topic, I just want to ask. So I have a statement and a question. Yeah. So I can tell you right away that I almost do not use ChatGPT anymore at all, and all my AI by the way, I have to say, very sad month for me, because I had to cancel and delete my Manus AI account because the moment Meta bought it, and the moment I logged in and I saw from Meta, that was the same day I was clicking delete my account button and I was done.
What do you got against putting more money in Mark Zuckerberg's pocket?
I was crying inside because that was one of the best agents AI products, really useful AI products out there, and I was using it quite a lot for brainstorming, for more complex stuff, for research, whatever, and I canceled it. Now I'm in search for the alternative, but I have to say I'm not using ChatGPT anymore, but I'm using more and more Gemini on my phone. It's actually really, really good. And even worse, I mean, not worse, but I'm using Google again, google.com, because the answers it gives in the search, the AI answers with all the links, is amazing. And the thing that you can quickly switch to AI mode and more AI interaction and ask follow-up questions for free, it's fantastic. Like that's to me, that's how Google, and I know statistically Google is already winning by a big leap, and their search is surging because of that. What a fantastic move. They just
let's be honest. Google has all my contacts, all my calendar items, all my email, all my photos, all my location device, location, all my TV viewing behavior, and a few other things I'm forgetting. it has all my data. And when you turn on the personalization features on Genie, it's really good.
Okay. Yeah.
It knows me so fucking deeply.
Better than
right?
you know yourself. That's the scary part.
Probably, yeah.
So,
It certainly knows what's in my email better than I know what's in my email.
By the way, I have to say, no, off topic, I have to say, these glasses, yeah, this is a prop glasses, but I didn't know that this magnifying thing actually works. I can freaking see every small dot on my microphone. Oh my God, this is crazy. Anyway, I want to say, so what about? As I said, I was out of touch a little bit for AI. I was deep in VR stuff, trenches, and we'll get to the VR part and meta and other things. But what about CloudBot? Because I saw person posting like, what should I do with my MacBook? And I posted the same thing, and someone commented below and said CloudBot. I was like, wait, what's Cloud? And then I researched a little bit, and it turns out it's a on-device AI which can run also use some API from other AIs, but it's primarily on-device AI which can actually do things on your computer. What?
Yeah.
What do you use it? Do you use it? Did you try it?
I have not. I'm like the shoemaker who doesn't have good shoes, but I have written 2 reports with an AI that went through X and found every use case, and people are using it to do all sorts of weird things. Let me see if I can find my report so I can give you a sense of them. Hold on a second. Yeah, the multi-report. Things like they're using it to manage Claude, Anthropic Claude autonomously, debates them on code reviews, deploys features, uses a multi-bot, and it's called multi-bot now, Moltbot, as an engineering manager. Uses Moltbot for PR advice. This guy builds and deploys websites with a chat message. Another guy builds video games interfaces for controlling development workflow. Another guy builds Kanban board collaboratively with Moltbot.
The funny part about it is
on and on and on. I have hundreds.
As far as I understand, like the CloudBot is basically it's an open source AI running model on your computer, and Macs are best for that, as I heard. I have a pretty powerful book, which I finally can utilize.
Cloud and Chrome.
Best for running an AI agent, the best would be a big NVIDIA H200.
Sure, but I have like an M4. I have an M4 Pro with 48 gigs of RAM and stuff. So my MacBook is pretty beefy, and I should be able to run it pretty. I didn't try it yet. I will.
Some caveats. This is a very insecure system. I would not be running it on your main machine where your bank account is.
Why? Okay, tell me why it's insecure. Why it is insecure?
Somebody told me last night that it opens up a bunch of vulnerabilities. Somebody can SSH into your machine.
Oh, so but I will be running it. Not stupid.
I know
I will be running it on my virtual.
I just don't want grandma to be loading this up and then all of a sudden has all of her money stolen.
Maybe I'm old, but I'm not that old. I'm not a grandma. Yeah, but I will be running on a virtual machine inside my Mac. So it will be virtual.
Your audience has a spectrum of people from really, really smart to really, really
okay, old people, turn it off. Yeah, we don't want you.
Do not load this on a machine with your main shit on it until you know what you're doing and know all the risks, because this is a highly unsecure system. It's a very powerful system, and that's why I wrote reports. There's hundreds of things you can do with this. It's very powerful. But be careful with this technology.
In your browser, it can visit websites for you. What?
You can run it in a VPS, right? In a virtual machine. Run it in a secure environment that can't touch your crypto wallets, your email, and get it into your life, because you're opening up security holes. Be very careful with this technology. But now that caveat's out, it's fucking powerful. People are having it do all sorts of weird shit, from running, crunching through videos to doing all sorts of stuff. So it is a very cool technology, and that's why it got so hot this last weekend. And my whole feed was CloudBot, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's. I didn't try it, but I heard people telling me, and I heard good stuff about it. Obviously, you need to understand what you're doing. It's the learning curve is steep, but you
Let's go
know,
into the key points of what it does. It's real autonomy. It does stuff, not just chats. It controls your browser, your files, your shell commands. It's always on. It runs overnight. You wake up in the morning and you find your Claude bot did something new, right? It's multi-platform. It hooks into WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, Line, Watch, Beeper.
yep.
It has hardware integration. It can talk to your SDR radios, your 3D printers, your cars, your smart home devices.
Or should install it on my car. I should install it directly on my car. I should just put it there.
That's one of the 100 things in my report, right? You can hook it up to your car and do all sorts of weird things.
Yes.
It's cost effective. It's cheap to run. You can run it on a $5 VPS per month, or on your Mac, on a Mac Mini, which costs $900. You have multiple deployment options. It's self-improving. It recursively learns and adopts.
It's impressive. I mean, it's impressive.
It's really impressive. It's like, oh,
okay. I have to try it. I will try it.
Yeah, done by one guy.
Next Pixel Slaves next week. I'll be reporting back how I got hacked, or how it's amazing and it did all my emails. Yeah.
Well, I know you're not going to get hacked because you're going to be a smarty and load it in your own.
I'm going to run it in my parallels inside my virtual Windows machine inside my Mac. It doesn't get out of that. It will be a genie in the bottle. Yeah.
Well,
is this the first of this kind? Like
the problem is, you're going to be talking your bot. It's like, hey, if you give me some money, I can go invest it for you. That's something I've seen people do. And then you're giving it your credit card.
Listen,
I can read all your email.
I freaking studied for 7 years to be able to, as an investment banker. I don't
be replaced by AI.
Yeah, wait until you give it some instructions. It'll ask you, hey, I can answer your email, right? And then all of a sudden you're giving it your Gmail.
I know what I'll do. I'll give it access to my Twitter, and I say, and go fight all those trolls for me. Yeah, go troll them.
It'll come back. No, you're doing a good job. Carry on.
Exactly. I'll just like press the button. Just okay. I go to sleep. You troll the trolls. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye. That would be fantastic, because I don't have time to do that, and they can do it. Okay. Yeah. So CloudBot. I'm intrigued. I think I'm very intrigued about every local AI. I want a local solution. I want the data to stay on my device, not leaving my device. And I know CloudBot can do both. Can do local, can do via internet.
It sounds like like Manus but local. So it's the perfect step for what you want to do.
Yes,
surely.
yes,
more powerful than even Manus. People are really loving it, by the way. So I security problem aside, it's very powerful and it's really cool. Alex Finn said it built him a head one night, and then built him a voice, so he's talking to it with his voice now, right? I mean, it evolves and learns and builds itself over time, and it's very powerful that way.
No, I'm gonna be installing it. I'll play with it. Again, I have a Mac, which is pretty powerful.
This is how the end of the world happens. We all load CloudBot. And it's called
next Pixel Slaves. You're not talking to me. You're talking to my CloudBot. I don't care.
By the way, it's called multi-bot now because Anthropic Cloud got mad about their trademark and said, no, you can't call it CloudBot. You got to change the name. So they changed the name to multi.
Can I have one ask for you, Robert? Can I have one ask? Okay, we'll put something. Maybe I don't know. You can timestamp this moment? We can put something like the rumors and the inner happenings of AI. Can you give us like 10 quick bits of what happened in the past month in AI? Like what's breathing and living and breathing in AI world right now? Okay, Google released Genie, CloudBot is happening. What else? What is hot? What is hot today?
Hot today right now. Everybody's talking about Genie 3. They're trying to get in and try it out. I mean, there's so many new models, Kimi and a whole bunch of them. Go to Hugging Face and see what is the hottest model if you care about models. Robots are continuing to cook along. I've been to CES. We haven't talked about CES. We should spend a lot of time talking about that, because I saw robots, I saw glasses, I saw new headsets, saw new TVs, all sorts of new media technologies in the offing and coming. I don't know, man. On Tuesday alone, I was seeing 4 tweets per second. How am I supposed to pick what's hot?
You need a cloud bot. That's what I'm trying to say.
Bot was certainly the hot thing this last weekend, right? So,
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Honestly speaking, I have to say, lately I feel very, very fatigued by in general, by social media overall, because the amount of noise, even though the algorithm is trying to give me relevant things, but even from the relevant things, the amount of noise and distraction from everything, it's just getting to a point where I'm not willing to, it distracts so much. I'm not willing to kind of engage with it anymore, and I'm really,
it's too
really.
much. I mean, right now, a new tweet, new tweet, new tweet, new tweet.
Yeah, but even if I'm not following it in real time, even if I'm just from time to time loading it, right? Still, first of all, the amount of outrage this app tries to engage you with is incredible.
Stay away from the For You feed. Use X Pro and look at lists. Why are you still using it the algorithmic way? Have your Claude bot read your lists.
Wait, sorry. I'm using For Me. What should I use? You just said
lists.
CloudBot. Use Moldy and
I don't have it yet. I need to install it. Okay, maybe CloudBot can do
I have lists on my X account of the whole augmented reality, virtual reality.
I was using Manus. I was using Manus to give me because Manus introduced, I don't know, half a year ago, repeated tasks. So what I had 5 tasks running, or like I think 4 tasks running. So one of them was, I said, give me all the rundown news for the past 24 hours and compress it to one PDF. So every morning at 7 a.m., it went and scraped all the internet about the hottest topics of VR, and it gave me the latest update with all the sources. So I woke up and I already had my PDF ready for me to read. And the same did with Twitter and stuff. So that Manus actually worked really well for that. But yeah, now I need to set up my CloudBot to do it for me, and then all good. But yeah,
I have Lavangi Labs cognitive architecture going through it and writing reports. That's how I did the report I'm talking to you about. Let me see if I can give that to you. But it is too much. I don't see the outrage except for on my news list. I move anybody who's a news person over to the news list. So I just see the AI industry. I don't see outrage. I don't get that whole argument. If you're seeing outrage, you haven't trained your feed right, or you're not using lists. You got to use lists. Stay away from the For You feed.
Okay.
You won't get. I have 38,000 people in the AI space, all in lists. I have 800 companies all in lists. You don't see outrage on those lists. So use those lists to see the AI world. I have lists of
my ultimate solution. If I get fed up, my ultimate solution is I can post. I don't need to come to X, but I can post on Authenticity and click the check mark to post for me on X, and they can do it. And I can just post like this, and and that's it. Like I don't need to interact with X unless I want to. Yeah, it's kind of sometimes it just feels too much, and yeah.
Everyone's just angry on there. Well, from before you.
A lot of people.
ICE is shooting people in the street. It makes people angry,
Yeah. I mean,
it's the same. Just anything that pops up, anything that happens, it's just just constant.
Yeah. I mean, it's of course.
I try to be an active. Like if I see something great, some creation or some artwork or music, I'm really trying my best now to try and like, even if it's like a little comment, oh, this is great, or like a like. I'm really trying to force myself out of the negativity that seems to be on the internet just all the time.
Yeah, but I think it's also the algorithm is not stupid, right? They want negativity. They want to show you negativity so you interact more, right? And
drama is still the meta.
As much as you will try to avoid it, you will still get it, and it's the way the mechanism works, and it's the way things are just I mean, things are just doing. So I would say it's the reality of life, and I think what it leads to, I think it will lead to services which are more and more compartmentalized, and they are more and more, like what we did in Somnium, right? Kinda. We said, okay, we do invite only at 18 plus, only with age verification mandatory.
Oh,
Now
I mean,
suddenly
some gates.
you filter
Yeah,
out a
yeah.
lot of noise people, and you just get people who really want to use your service. And I think in social media we will see a lot of those, let's call it prime time or prime premier services, where it will be less people, but we'll have a better experience. You know what I mean? So we'll see the fragmentation of social media. Instead of big companies doing huge things, we'll see a social media which is only for AI, and then a social media platform which is only for robotics.
And that's coming. Elon Musk has announced that's coming within days. So AI is about to change
within days,
social
meaning in
media.
5 years, right? In Elon Musk timeline,
No,
right? I
within
know Elon
days.
for quite some time already. His timeline is a little bit. Let's be
Okay.
honest.
If he says within days, he means within weeks. If he says within weeks, he means within
Wait.
months. If
What did he
says
say within days?
months, he means-
What is coming on X or something, or what is coming?
Yeah, you are totally missing out what he's doing with the algorithm. The Grok is taking over all algorithmic tasks. And so Grok knows everybody on the system and knows everything about every piece of content and decides whether to distribute the content to you from me, right? My first reader is Grok on X. It knows every fucking thing about everything in the videos I put up. And it's routing them. He's already announced that soon you're going to be able to say, just show me AI items, or just show me politics, or just show me sports, my favorite sports team, or something like that, right? And that'll transform the service. It already is. For me, the For You feed is fucking amazing, but I've followed 38,000 people all in the AI space, right? By the way, breaking news, Apple just bought an Israeli company for $2 billion. That just came on my screen, right?
I hope it's hypervision.
No, it's Q.ai, and I'm trying to load the site up to learn a little bit more about this Q.ai company.
Is that Star Trek?
Magic Wheel.
Q? Oh, yeah.
In a world full of noise, we craft a new kind of quiet. So Apple is listening to you right during your call. You're like, Apple's like,
Matt, are you listening to me or what? What the hell?
You can't script that. That's a bit.
God,
that's a bit scary.
What the hell? 1 second. Apple acquired the previous Prime Sense and deal estimated 350 million. Eventually help Apple move away from
Q.ai. It says it right there. That's that.
Q.ai is what just got bought.
I'm sorry, gents,
is
but
breaking.
That's like,
It's good timing. See, they're listening to you. There's too much noise. We're gonna
unbelievable. Listen, Tim.
Well done.
I actually like Apple as a company. As an advisor, guys, I'll do it. It's okay. I don't ask for much, I don't ask for much. It's okay. I'm fine. You don't even need to buy VR1. I know you already have one probably, but Tim.
What can someone ask AI what percentage that could literally happen? But seconds ago we were talking about that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but it makes sense, right? It's not that it's nothing. We see so much noise. And honestly speaking, on one side, I love it. On another side, I see a lot of risks. Why? Because if we will be living in our smaller and smaller bubbles, we will be so detached from each other. Because right now, if you're on a big social media, if something breaks out, we kind of all live in the same sauce and we all live in this one bigger bubble. But imagine if we'll be living in a smaller communities, discussing smaller things. Now, their own narratives will evolve inside those small communities, and talking to each other will be impossible because you will come together and we'll say like, you will be telling me about Genie, and I'll be like, I don't know, man, Meta is dying, and we'll be kind of talking about different things completely disconnected from each other. That's what I'm a little bit afraid of, that we will not be, there will be less and less touching points for people, and there will be more narrower communities evolving while the whole society will not be effectively communicating. That's what I'm afraid of a little bit. And that is a risk.
But doesn't that happen right now anyway with you got
it, but it's not in a scale like you don't. The scale is not there yet. The scale which I'm talking about is imagine hundreds of thousands of micro social networks for people anywhere from hundreds to tens of thousands of people. Okay, not millions, tens of thousands. imagine them living in their own small social network thing. It's a huge opportunity for the business, as Apple just proved us.
Let's be honest. A highly personalized news is coming. I've already talked to a virtual being company that showed me a virtual Donald Trump. It sits on the chair next to you. You can see it in glasses of the future that coming later this year. Hey, Donald, what's up? What are you doing in the White House right now? And it tells you. And that's a new kind of news. They're building newscasters, weather people, right, to tell you the news. I'm having my own AI go through my lists and write reports. That's personalized news. That's how you're going to get rid of the noise. You're going to find what you want when you want it. If you want to follow a sports team, you guys have this soccer thing over in Europe, right? You want to follow your favorite soccer team, football team, you can.
How do we find topics to talk to each other anymore then? If we have all those personalized news, what is the touch point? What is the connection point between humans?
I built you the fucking list. You're not listening to me. Lists.
Oh my God.
I have every fucking human who matters in the tech industry on lists.
I follow you, man. I read your comments.
I have security people. I have AI, augmented reality people. I have all the tech journalists. I have all the world news. I have all the climatologists, all the people who watch the weather.
Link below.
I have lists of everything. You put them into your AI and put them into your Claude bot, and it'll give you personalized news and tell you what you need to know right now.
Yeah. Maybe.
That's how you're going to do it. This world of news is about.
No, but I don't want to. Wait. I'm lazy. I don't want to put any lists. I want it to be ready for me. I don't want to
do it automatically for you soon. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's turning on within days, where you're just going to go to X and tell it, I want only news about augmented reality.
Okay. Let's talk about Elon. Since we're talking about Elon, I'm sorry. One second.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the rant incoming. Okay, because
I listened to his earnings call.
What the fuck is wrong? What the fuck is wrong with Elon? What the fuck is wrong with Elon? Okay, I'm sorry.
He's a billionaire. Has board. He has 6 companies.
Yeah, but okay, but listen.
He likes getting involved in the politics of the world.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but forget about politics. I don't care about the politics right now, but. What is he doing with the Tesla? Because we knew that Tesla Model S and Tesla Model X is not selling well. We knew it. It's like 5% of their sales were just Model X and Model S.
He's closing down the factory.
Now they're fucking canceling it. Both cars, the iconic cars, they're canceling. Instead of, they could have done.
What is he doing instead? What is he doing with that factory?
No, wait.
Turning it into an Optimus factory.
No. You will have time to rant. Now it's my time to rant. Okay. So instead of trying to make them better, because the trend for all the middle class and Chinese people and markets and stuff is to buy bigger SUVs, electrical SUVs, and more luxury SUVs. So instead of going head on with those Chinese
that's not
companies.
The truth in San Francisco.
One second. No, sir.
Hold on. In San Francisco, everybody's using Waymos now. So you're fucking
Waymos. Nobody's using Waymos. Forget about Waymos.
Transportation
listen to statistics. Look at statistics, man. Everybody's buying Lucid Rivians and all the Chinese cars because they're bigger, better, and nicer. Come on.
Rivians losing money on every fucking car.
Waymos
they don't
is
have
for
any
people
cars
who don't know how to drive their own cars. Forget about Waymos for now.
Man?
It's coming in 10 years, not now.
Bullshit?
Wait a second. What I'm trying to tell you is, instead of trying to compete and make the Model X better, and I would have bought Model X if it would be good enough. It was not, and I was ready to buy it.
You're not going to buy cars in the future. In San Francisco, the Waymo customers tell me over and over, I'm never buying a car again.
In San Francisco, Waymos are getting burned, man. In San Francisco, Waymos are getting burned. It's like Gotham City. Come on, man.
You're just not up to date on what's actually happening in Shanghai or in San Francisco, and I am, because I live here. You don't. You don't see what's happening.
Wait a second. But let me finish my thought, okay? Instead of trying to make those cars better and competitive, so cheaper and better, Model S, Model X, they cancel it. I think it's a mistake. Okay. Financially, it's not a mistake because nobody's buying them anyway. But long term, he's breaking the substance of his brand, which sexy was his brand. Instead, he's telling us we will use this capacity for the Optimus robot, which is nowhere to be even remotely close to be ready.
You're going to see Optimus, and everybody who I know in the robotics industry says it's damn impressive. So He's going to be a robot company soon. He's changing his company
my
to
opinion
respond
about
to
Elon.
actually what's happening in the marketplace, which is the Waymo customers keep telling me, I am never buying a car again.
It's fine.
Listen
it's fine.
to them.
I believe that. I believe
You're
them.
not listening.
I believe them.
You're
I
not
believe them.
listening.
I
You
believe
think
them.
you have your
Full
ideas
autonomy,
because you're in Europe. You have no fucking clue what's about to hit the market.
Don't worry. I believe them. I think full autonomy and Uber without a driver is a fantastic business model, and it will be huge. It will be huge. But
it's huge here in San Francisco. Nobody's driving anymore. We're all taking Waymo.
I've only recently got self-driving the first stage, so I'm all new to all this. So carry on. Sorry.
Okay. So I
used to change gears.
I just
By the way, Tesla has the best self-driving even in China.
Obsolete, but listen. I think personally,
I know you Europeans can't get self-driving yet. Your government doesn't turn it
Although,
on.
No, actually,
I can buy it
not
for
not
6,000.
Not true. Stop. Not true.
It won't work.
Change in the policy in EU, and also particularly in Czech Republic, already has self-driving as the valid option, and it's legally allowed for the L4 to be. And I think by the end of this year, we will see first cars driving on the highway full autonomous. So
and you'll be calling me up and go, "Oh fuck, you were right, Scoble. I never drive anymore."
Wait a second. Sorry, not driving the car and owning the car, two different things. I would still want to own my car, but I will not drive it.
I admit that.
I would use autopilot. The moment it's
again.
available, I would use it, but I would still own my car. I love my car. Why not? Why would I use my car? I decide when it's where it's drive, and it's always clean and it's mine. I don't need someone else to drive, and fart in a Waymo, and then I sit down and I, smell all the farts. I don't need that. I can buy my car, use autopilot, and while I use autopilot, I'll play a Steam Deck on my screen, and I'll enjoy life. That's fine. I'm believing you. I will do it. I can't wait.
I've had it for 8 years, man. My 8-year-old robot drives me around everywhere. I have, an 8-year-old Model 3. It's fucking amazing lately. It keeps improving every week.
So my problem with what Tesla is recently doing is they tend to. I'm getting a little bit tired. Like Elon did great stuff, and his companies did great stuff. I've bought more or less one of the earliest buyers in Europe, right? But the things I'm seeing recently is that they're trying to make more hype rather than product. And that really bothers me, because saying things like this abundance bullshit thing, I'm sorry, I have to call it out. Yeah, abundance bullshit thing.
He's about to make millions of robots per year.
Trust me, he is not about to make millions of robots. He is not about to make millions of robots per year, Robert. This is not even 5 years. He will not do millions of robots.
I totally disagree. You're missing what's going on.
Do you want to bet?
You're missing what's going on in the robotic industry, both in China and in America.
Oh, no, I'm actually following it very closely. I'm following it very closely.
Forget about Elon. If you hate Elon, look at Figure. Look at 1X Tech in America.
I'm talking about Tesla. I'm not talking about Figure and Chinese companies. I'm talking about Tesla.
I'm telling you, the robot industry is coming and coming fast.
It is.
That's going to be a big deal.
Elon is not making millions of Optimus next year. I'm guaranteeing you that it's not happening, man. It's not happening. Guarantee.
He says end of next year. We all know he's a little aggressive with dates, so it's probably 3 to 4 years. But right?
Yeah, 5 years maybe. But okay, if we agree that it's 5 years, he might make 1 million robots, which I still don't believe. But let's say 5 million robots.
No. This is why he closed down. You don't understand how much space the X and the S lines took.
You know why he closed down more X? Because nobody's buying it. That's the simple. And the reason why he said to you about Optimus is because not true.
If you talk to people who actually get a tour of the Fremont factory, he has a major fucking effort already going on.
Nobody's
you are
buying
totally missing out what's going on in this company. You're totally missing out.
No, I listen. Okay, I listened to financial.
He's trying to compete with Xpeng. You're an Xpeng guy.
Yesterday, I listened to the Q4.
You think Xpeng cares about making more big cars? No, they're making robots. They're going to come the same way.
They're not making robots yet. There's no robots. There's no
really, they showed one off.
I can see Chinese robots actually doing stuff. I don't see Optimus doing anything. I see only some PR stunts.
You'll see them in
Optimus
April.
Doing anything. Where's the Optimus?
You'll see Optimus in April. He's coming out with a major effort in April.
Sorry, I was promised Optimus already half a year ago. Now I'll see it in April.
I don't care what you were promised. He's coming in April. I know. You don't know the insiders. The insiders tell me this is a very serious effort and it's coming in April.
Oh, I have no question about effort. The effort is serious, but it's not even close to be ready, man. It's not even close to be ready. So
then we'll see it. We'll talk again in April.
Let me finish this thought and then you can react. So by the time Elon will be able to produce 1 million robots per year in his factories, whatever factory that is, I'm afraid that Chinese by that time will already be producing 50 million per minute, something like that, because
that's the major risk. Okay, so let's talk about.
So do you know that Xiaomi is outselling Model 3 already in China?
Yes, I know all about
it's a
the Chinese.
1-year-old car. 1-year-old model is outselling Tesla. That's crazy.
Xiaomi's making a car with no humans in the factory. Tell me again about robots.
Yeah, of course, exactly. Xiaomi's doing 1 phone per second or something in their factory without people and without light. That is a scale. I mean, come on, that is a risk. So Elon can promise us whatever he wants, but Elon cannot ignore anymore that the competition has caught up, like heavily. And that's why nobody's buying Model S and Model X. Again, I was the prime customer for Elon to buy the Model S.
Nobody's buying that because the Model Y is a better car. Come on, Model Y is the #1 selling vehicle in the world.
So far, but also sales,
why would you buy a Model X when you have a Model Y?
Sorry, year over year, sales are down 28%. I listened to the Q4.
I don't care. It's the #1 selling car in the world.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I know you're running your mouth because about things you don't really understand.
Oh, I do understand quite a bit, Robert. As I said, I listened to the Q4 results.
You don't understand the robotics industry. You think it's not coming. You think it's not happening. You think it's Elon's an idiot, right? You think Elon's an idiot.
I don't think he's an idiot. No, wait, stop. I don't think he's an idiot. What I'm trying to say is recently Elon is more busy pumping up the stock by making some really, really forward-looking statements like abundance and 5 million robots per year instead of making his products better. That's what I think. And that is my opinion. He should put the money into making the products better, whether it's cars, whether it's cybercabs, whether it's cybertrucks, which are not selling either, and cybertrucks is next to be kind of canceled, by the way.
Everybody who has one loves it.
Yeah, okay, but it's like 5 people or 10 people. Fine, I get it. It's a product.
No, it's not. I'm seeing a lot more of them here in Silicon Valley.
It's a product which is kind of okay, but I'm trying to say they're not selling enough of them to make sure
You've never driven one if you think it's kind of okay. It's a fucking next level product.
I saw it. I stand next to it, man. I saw it. It's. I think it's kind of okay.
Have you driven one?
I have not driven one, but I have not driven one.
It's fucking next level compared to your car because it's steered by wire. It's fucking insanely good.
No, it's not next level. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because you cannot massage my butt. Sorry, you cannot massage my butt. It's for already out. I'm not interested.
Oh, there we go again with the butt massage.
Okay, so of course.
Get a wife.
My butt needs to be massaged. I'm sorry. My butt needs to be massaged.
I will grant you got better seats in your car. I grant you got better screens in your car. Fine.
No,
okay, but your self-driving is not as good. The Chinese just did a test, by the way, where they tested all the autonomous cars, and Tesla was #1 by far.
I can take this in my car, connect it to my screen, and play on my screen in my car because it's an open system and not closed. Okay? What about that?
Cool. That's cool. You don't have autonomy. I do. You fucking asshole. You don't have it. And that's way more important than playing
what I don't have. What I don't have. Sorry, what I don't have.
You don't have self-driving in your car.
Oh, not yet, but I will. I will.
Car self-drives.
Give it a year. Give it a year.
I don't touch the steering wheel anymore.
Of course, I will. I will be playing. I will be playing games. I will be playing games because I can, but Tesla people can't. I'm sorry.
Well, all right. So
anyway,
we'll see where you are when you get it at the end of the year.
I'm worried. I want Tesla to succeed, by the way, because I like the brand. I like the company. It was my first electric car, and I will remember it forever. But I just want to say that I want them to be more focused on not promises, but actual products they sell today, and their products are good enough, in my opinion, but they are not excelling in any category. Like
at least we're not talking about how shitty Apple is in their Siri.
Apple shitty. Apple. What Apple did? They just bought a startup. I don't know what. I mean, Vision Pro is okay.
They bought a startup nobody knows about for $2 billion. Where the fuck did that come from? From Israel.
Yeah, I mean,
Think
they
about
know what
that.
they
They
normally
have
when Apple does acquisition,
they
they
have
kind
no
of know what they're
information on
doing.
their website. They have no customers. No, they must have some really good AI at that company to get $2 billion out of Apple's
It's true.
pockets.
It's true. It's mind blowing. I mean, if it's $2 billion for a company we never heard of,
I'm watching the news break on all my screens. Everybody's talking about it all of a sudden because I just shared it.
founders
$2 billion
Avid
for a
Meiseles, Hannah
stealth mode
Waxer.
company.
Okay, I just clicked on the founder. He doesn't even have a picture on his
Secret little startup out of Israel, right? $2 billion.
But wait, you are a connection with him. What?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I'm
tell
connected
us
with
then. Tell
everybody,
us who is
man.
this guy? Your connection on LinkedIn.
I
I'm just
have no
seeing it.
fucking idea of what this company does other than they remove noise. I mean, what do they do? I don't know.
Okay, he's Q.ai, the status on LinkedIn, building something really cool. Can't talk about it literally.
Yeah, you can't talk about it because Apple just bought it. What does Apple do? Keep things secret until they ship years later, right? How many companies has Apple bought and just ingested? Prime Sense makes your 3D sensor on the front of your phone.
We've got a few open positions if you want to infiltrate and find out what they do.
So okay, the CTO of Q.ai, I look at his LinkedIn right now. He worked as a research scientist in Microsoft from 2006 to 2010. Then he worked as EVP R&D guy for OrCam, a new product class device technology managed the team to ship it. OrCam harnesses the power of artificial vision to compensate for the lost visual abilities. Okay, I'm smelling some glasses.
What is Apple going to announce later this year? A new kind of camera.
Yeah, on the openings, they need an electro-optical engineer.
And by the way, his status for the Q role, leapfrogging biological evolution.
RF wireless systems validations engineer. Oh, they're okay. We know what we know what it's for, don't we? We know what it's for. Robert does. I can sense Robert already knows what it's for.
He's not little camera on your chest.
So the Google just had a payday because the Q.ai is backed by Google Ventures, then Schusterman Family Investments, whoever those are. 1 second, let me check. And then Corner Ventures. Let me open the Corner Ventures. Well, we're doing live investigation here. We don't even need Cloudbot for that. We have our brains, right? We still have our brains.
If we had a Cloudbot, we could ask Cloudbot, hey, Cloudbot, learn everything about Q.ai and write me a report and send it to my...
Corner Ventures. Let me, okay, cornerventures.com. Let me see their portfolio. I want to see Corner Ventures. They invested in them. Companies. Okay, companies. Okay, so Corner Ventures is invested in any company I know here? Nothing. Next AR, Healthy IO, Flare. Where's QAI? Why didn't they list them? Prior investments. Yelp.
It's a secret company.
Yelp. They were Yelp. Nextdoor. FireEye. Wix. Okay. But I don't see QAI among the what? They better add it fast because they missed the PR.
Take some credit for making a good investment.
Exactly. The team is Marvin Teen, Jane, Matthew, John. Okay, I don't know any one of those. So if you're watching, hello. But yeah, seems like a good payday for Google Ventures actually. Spark Capital. Okay, Spark Capital.
That's all Google needs is more money.
Spark Capital. Spark Capital, who invested in them. Prior investments are Twitter, Slack, Affirm, Discord, Anthropic, Oculus, Cruise, Coinbase, Tumblr, Trello, Niantic, and then Deal, Snapchat. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, this company, the Spark Capital is killing it. They're everywhere, basically. Carta, Sigma, that's crazy. Framework, yeah. So they're in every eToro, they're in every big company.
It says here they analyze facial expressions to interpret silent speech, understanding whispering commands.
I think that could be glasses thing, like visual thing where you're.
Yeah, it makes sense. Or like Robert said, the little pendant.
So okay, since we're talking about Apple, foldable iPhone is coming this year. We know it. All the rumors are out. We know
The
how it will
Chinese
look.
have triple fold. They didn't have it for a year.
No, but there will be a difference.
I mean, if you're in Shanghai, you have a Huawei triple fold already. What your cute Apple people are getting a double fold.
There are two differences in Apple Foldable, as far as I understand. First of all, the form factor, they did it so it's small but like compact but big when you open it up. And the second thing is that it will not have a crease at all. So they made this new technology. So they patented the technology which Samsung is manufacturing for them. So they will not have a crease. And
that's a lot. That's why it took so long. It took a lot of engineering to make it work.
Because
I believe when I see it.
Because they have all the apps already prepared for iPad, the developers will not need to do almost anything for the foldable phone to work in split screen and stuff. It will be by default working. So the foldable phone, I had 3 different foldable phones in my life. Okay, I owned foldable phones. I used them a lot. And the reason why I stopped using them is 2 things. When you watch a video on a classical foldable phone, you still have a big black bars on the top and the bottom, so you're not winning too much space. You're still looking at the video because the aspect ratio is wrong. So that's number 1 problem. And you consume. Why do you want to unfold the phone? To consume content, right? And in terms of the working thing, the Samsung was pretty good at multitasking on the foldable phone, but all the other phones were clumsy. So if iPhone can nail it in the software, which they normally do, then it will be a pretty useful thing. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know if I'll buy a foldable iPhone. I have no idea. For me, I think it will be boiled down to the cameras. If the cameras are good enough, I'll probably try. But if not, then I'm not buying. So, okay, Apple. Is Apple bringing glasses this year? I have hard time believing.
No, next year.
But
no, because everybody says
this year they will bring glasses without screens. I don't believe Apple is bringing glasses without screens, right? It doesn't make sense because the glasses just with the audio is just stupid in my opinion.
As much as I'm not really a big Apple lover. When they do something right and proper. They're not going to half-ass it like.
Yeah, exactly. I think so as well. So next year, I think next year they can bring something really, really, really.
And maybe
cool
the foldable was just like in between. They needed some kind of new innovation to kind of keep people interested.
No, but I mean, foldable has it's an industry which is already mature. We're 8th year already into foldables or something like that. So they waited until everything is like all the quirks are solved, and they probably will say, okay, we'll bring in foldables. We want a new form factor, new product. We want to excite people. We'll charge you double, triple, quadruple, and you will pay for for it. So they will make money on it. They're experimenting, right? But I think glasses is interesting. So, Robert, what are you hearing about the Apple glasses from
coming next year? Coming next year. I don't know that much about them. I've seen the Loomis waveguides that have 70-degree field of view. So I know a fairly wide field of view is possible. But there's so many unanswered questions. Does it have a cord down to the phone? Does it have wireless? If it's wireless, it probably isn't going to do a holodeck kind of thing. Can it play a YouTube video in the screen? We'll see.
Yeah,
I mean, look at the Meta glasses. It's a 20-degree field of view in one eye, right? A little TV screen. It doesn't do slam. It doesn't do anything. It's pretty useless.
Sad.
Have you still got
very sad?
Yeah. I assume that they're coming with 2 screens that are color coming next year.
Now, what's sad? Mark Zuckerberg already lost AR glasses battle.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care about Zuckerberg because nobody's going to buy the Zuckerberg ones. And here's why. It doesn't matter what Apple does. They have Formula One and nobody else does. And every rich person goes to Formula One or watches Formula One. They're all going to buy the Apple glasses. That's how it's going to be driven by content. And what your glasses you buy is going to be completely driven by content. And so if Mark Zuckerberg doesn't have good content, nobody's going to buy it. And right now he doesn't have content. I mean, his glasses had one video game. One after spending $40 billion, you have one fucking video game. You couldn't put with friends or Angry Birds.
Phone has 6 games on my back screen, more than Mark Zuckerberg on his glasses. My one phone has more games than Mark Zuckerberg on his glasses. What the hell is wrong with this guy? Oh, 1 second, guys. Keep going. I'll be right back.
No, it's going to come down to content. Now, Gore-Tex, which is a manufacturer for these kinds of things, at CES was showing off our reference designs, which means it'll turn into products in 2 years. But they had something like an Apple Vision Pro with beautiful 4K screens in each eye and it was less than 100 grams of weight. So it shows that an Apple Vision Pro is possible in less than 100 grams, but probably in 2 years. That's the device I want. I don't care about glasses at the shopping mall that much. I really don't. I know a lot of people do. They want to see notification. I mean, I have a pair of Even realities around here somewhere, which I do like. It has 2 green and black screens right here, and it's like a rim BlackBerry. And it can tell you your wife is calling, or take a right turn, or or translate if somebody's talking a different language to you. It can translate to English there. It's pretty cool. Or you can have your notes for your speech. If you're giving a speech, your notes are right here. It's sort of cute, and you can have AI writing in there and talk to AI in the glasses. But it's very limiting. I want a color version of those. They're coming next year. I saw a bunch of them from Rogue Kid there was a bunch of them, X-Real and others who are making thin, lightweight waveguides. This market is going to split up into 3 parts. Ultra lightweights like the Even realities that are like these. Middleweights like the X-Real, which have a birdbath optic. They give you a 50-degree field of view with a big color screen. Great for a business traveler who's in an airplane and wants to work without somebody watching their slide deck next to them. And also, a 50-degree field of view is bigger than my iMac screen, right? And it's certainly bigger than a laptop screen in front of you if you're a business traveler. So those are pretty cool. They're $700, $900. And then the heavyweights, the Quest 3s, the Apple Vision Pros, the big screens, right? Your Somnium Face, VR1, that kind of thing. Those are heavyweights. And there's a variety of those, and they'll split up the niche of the heavyweights in different ways. I want an Apple Vision Pro that's less than 100 grams. And it's possible. It's coming in 2 years. That's when the holodeck, that's why Genie 3 matters, that it just got turned on while we were doing this show, right? Because in 2 years, if you get a pair of glasses like that have a big color screen in front of you, and you can talk to an AI and have it do anything you want, that's pretty cool. And it's 2 years away for us, 5 for mom. Right?
Was that smaller Vision Pro? Was it the Play for Dream reference that you tried?
No, that was a different one. That was a pretty nice headset. That was pretty good. Gore-Tex is a manufacturer, so they make glasses for other people, and they showed off a reference design. That's how I saw the Quest headset first. Qualcomm showed me a reference design of a VR headset that could be made for $500. That was pretty good years ago. And then that turned into a product at Meta, right? And so if Gore-Tex is showing off a pair of glasses that does pass-through video like an Apple Vision Pro with 2 4K chips that were really good chips and really good optics, okay, that tells us products are going to come in 2 years for consumers. So we're about 2 years away.
They think finally small enough for the normies to wear them everywhere and
not everywhere. Okay, so 100 grams is, these are like 30 grams. These are really lightweight. And most people hate wearing these kinds of things, right? And I don't like wearing glasses. I got LASIK in my eyes to get rid of my glasses, right? I've done a lot of consumer research on this topic. 100 is too heavy. Also, the Gore-Tex ones are pass-through. They're like an Apple Vision Pro. You're not seeing reality, even though you think you're seeing reality. You're looking at two 4K chips, right? You're not seeing through them to reality. You're seeing reality displayed on the chips in such a way that your mind thinks you're seeing reality, which is a mind fuck, right? VR is a mind But you're not going to wear those while biking, mountain biking, or running, or going to the shopping mall because you can't see reality through them. The lightweights, yeah, you can see reality, but they're less capable, right? So you're going to have a pair of these probably on your desk or in your bag or on your coffee table or something like that, and you're going to use them for a couple hours to use Genie 3, work a little bit, play, all the stuff you use an Apple Vision Pro for. And nerds like us will use it all day long while sitting at our desk, right? Right. But they're not going to be something that you're really going to want to walk around with, at a shopping mall or, at a national park. Me and you will, because we're going to capture things and we're going to, augment things, and we're going to want to play games and all sorts of stuff, right? But you're not seeing reality. So the end user will probably use it while sitting down. And that's where we do most of our computing anyways. We don't do our computing while walking around the shopping mall, right?
May I ask a theoretical question? So we talk about glasses, and I can tell my view, but I would love to hear both of your views. Why do we need those? What are you looking at the glasses? Because to me, honestly speaking, I think for the glasses I want to replace my phone. I want to replace my phone. And to do that,
that's years away still, right?
I don't, is it like, I think if Apple can, I find it connecting to my phone, whether wired or wirelessly, but I want notifications. I want maps. I want to be able to interact. But the devil is in details, because the moment you see notifications, how do you interact? How do you answer them? How do you, all those things which we're used to do on the phone, which is like one swipe away. On the glasses, it becomes immediately, I think hand tracking needs to be there, but then will you walk around doing this? I'm not sure, even if it works well. So all those questions, but if the glasses can give me all the notifications and can be really useful so that I can take out my phone less and less, I'd use them. But it does.
I think that'll be a trend over the next. You and I will get rid of our phones before Grandma does, right? But it'll take a while for the developers to finish off all the interactions of all the things we use our phones for, right? A phone is. I'm studying the addiction of phone, right? It's very controllable. It's very precise. It's
very powerful these days.
Yeah, it's very powerful. You can run a lot of AI on your phone, right?
When did the first iPhone come out? When did the first iPhone come out?
2007, in June 2007. I bought the first one at Steve Jobs' store.
We're almost 20 years into pretty much the same recipe.
And now we're reaching a point where, like, I think 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, we reached a point where it became ubiquitous, right, for everyone. So let's say first glasses from Apple, then 10 years in, we will see. So Apple Vision Pro 2 years back, we're still 8 years to go to actually reach a point where it will be normal to buy glasses, either with your phone or instead of your phone. Who knows? I don't know. But that's, where it's everybody thinks it's tomorrow. It's not tomorrow. It's quite a long time to go.
It's just going to cook. It's just every month it's going to get better and better.
Team is cooking.
Better, right?
100%.
It's cooking. It takes time to make a meal, right? It takes time to do this. I mean, I've been waiting 15 years already, so it takes time. Believe me, I wish it was here already, but it's still out there in the future somewhere. The perfect pair of glasses that has the perfect holodeck that I don't need to pull out my phone anymore. It's still out there in the future, probably 5 to 10 years for mass market.
What would your perfect specs be? Would it be like a realistic set of
I don't want to see the edge of the screen, so I want to be in the sphere, right?
140,
and I want very powerful AI, the virtual beings, and the 3D environment that can create itself by talking to it or interacting with it, right? Like this world model. This is why world models are so interesting, right? because it's part of the puzzle that will lead us to this device someday in the next decade. And I want really good hand controls. I don't know if I have to wear a brain computer interface like the bracelet that Mark Zuckerberg has that sees the electricity going down your fingers and can tell when you're touching your fingers, or you can use your thumb like this to move around a user interface element, right? All of that is important to get us to the glasses that can replace the phone and get people using that instead of pulling out their phone and swiping through TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, the one fear I have, won't it feel like almost like a Black Mirror anti-socialness when we're talking
Black Mirror is a documentary.
We could be talking to you right now.
You want to get rid of the homeless people on the street? In a decade, you're going to be like, "Hey, AI, get rid of all the homeless people. I don't want to see them."
No.
That's a Black Mirror.
It's exactly like this. It's exactly like this.
I don't mean like that. I mean like at the minute when there's a phone call, you go, it's 1 second. But when everyone's rocking these glasses, how will you know that I'm talking to someone else or doing something else?
If you're in an Apple Vision Pro, I mean, I can see your avatar, but I don't know what you're doing with your fingers, right? I sort of can see, but maybe not, right? It hides a lot of that.
I don't know if it'll unlock a new level of arrogance or I don't know.
No, you're going to have your Claude bot over here, right? And you're going to look over for a second, and talk to your, mute me and talk to your Claude bot for, okay, now I'm back.
But your Claude bot, so you're saying, giving you suggestions of what to say next all the time. Oh, that's scary.
Oh, that's over here, Hey, you shouldn't get so angry with the Artur. He's actually a smart dude.
AI knows.
Yes, AI knows.
Tonight, I'm putting up an interview with an entrepreneur who's building a system like this for salespeople. It tells the salespeople, "Hey, shut up and close." For the sale. The guy's already sold.
And I think, honestly speaking, and I think that's the truth of, like, we're all talking about AGI, blah, blah, blah. Nobody, by the way, talks about AGI anymore. But we all talked about AGI. But the reality will be, again, AI success will be in a many fragmented, specialized, highly specialized AI. You're a salesperson, you get a sales AI. You're a medical guy, you get a medical AI. You're this guy, you get this AI. But none of those, like, AI will be amazing in medical, but it will not know anything else. It will just be medical, And I think that's what we're heading where. I'm not sure. Like, I don't see AGI coming anytime soon or ever. I don't know. Because that was the promise for us to raise a lot of money for OpenAI. That's what they pushed our throats through. But right now, nobody's talking about AGI anymore. None of a founder, like Sam Altman, barely mentions anything of that. Like, he's like, oh, I don't know, yeah, AGI, whatever. He already raised the money.
Sam Altman is turning into a product company. We should talk about what they're doing at OpenAI. They're building several new devices. One is a camera that can talk to you and understand the world. Apple is doing one of those too. They're coming out later this year.
It doesn't make sense to make it in the glasses, camera in the glasses. Then you just have it.
No, it's a little camera. Think about my 360 camera, right?
Yeah.
Shrink it way down, cut it in half, put an AI computer in here. Now it can see
everywhere, yeah.
degrees.
Yeah.
Right?
And we will call it
that you're on
humane
screen.
AI
it can go. Right, and if it's hooked up to the AirPods in your ear, Humane had some interesting ideas.
Sure they had, but honestly, execution was.
It's
pretty
not
bad.
Apple. The problem for a startup is you're not Apple. Apple can get people excited.
No, okay,
about
sorry. Humane, I'm sorry. Problem of startups are fucking founders who cannot execute on their promises. Because Humane, how much Humane did raise money? I'm sorry, let me find it out. Humane, how much did they raise?
Hey, have you burned $1 billion in your conference room yet?
$230 million, man. $230 million. And you cannot deliver a fucking pin? You're a loser. You're a fraudster or a loser. I don't know, one of those. I don't know who you are. But if you cannot deliver a product, a pin, with a $230 million, you suck and you deserve to be done. I'm telling you, sorry. Stop trying to tell them that this is hard. Like, startup life is hard, yes, But if you're trying to grow organically small, but if you raise
It's hard burning $1 billion. Have
It's
you
good
ever tried
though.
to burn $1 billion?
It's good
It's
though.
hard to
$130
burn
million.
it. You know?
It's
Are you
really
kidding me?
It's hard to light it on fire, man.
Oh my
You know,
God.
$100 bills don't burn that easily.
it's really good though, because then Apple comes in and does it properly. So you
Yeah,
just,
of course they come and does the problem, but I have zero sadness for the founders of Humane. Like they created their own
What was the other one?
demise.
Was it
They
Rabbit?
created their own problems. Okay, when you raise $230 million and you cannot deliver and ship a proper product, you deserve the scrutiny. You do deserve it. It's done.
I worked at a startup that burned $8 million. That took some effort.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, listen, you have to, because honestly speaking, that's the biggest, as a founder, as someone who builds hardware and builds software, okay? If you have, so you can have two paths, you can choose. You either try to, as the company, you either try to survive as the organically growing company. So you try to make your revenue through and grow organically, but slowly, and hopefully faster and faster in the future. Or you say, fuck it, I will hyper scale as fast as possible, always try to raise more than I need at the moment, and leave at the depth of raising. But then you get to a trap. And the trap is you have to raise and 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 raise until you either over and you're too big to fail, or you're over, you're done. And that's the problem. And again,
they messed up by trying to put a display on your hand that increased the cost of the device.
it doesn't matter.
This
It's
is
$230 million, Robert. Can you imagine it?
They tried to sell a device to people that use AI a new way. I like that idea. Apple just has a lot of advantages with a little device with earphones in your ear. I already have 3 pairs of these headphones, right? You know, AirPod Pros.
Do you know how much OpenAI raised to date? Just guess.
Another $200 billion.
No, $63 billion. Billion.
Yeah,
that's a lot
Billion.
of money.
they're going after Apple with consumer products, and investors
will
like
I'll have
fail.
it.
They
I'll have
will
it in
fail.
gold, please, not
They
dollars.
will fail. They will fail. They cannot.
I think they have a shot. They have 1 billion users.
They don't.
man.
No, do you know why they don't have a shot? Do you know why they don't
Alright.
have a shot? They don't have
Why not?
developers ecosystem. Forget about the device. The device is not a
I know
problem.
a lot of companies building
Apple
on-
has iOS. Apple has iOS and visionOS. And iOS is what drives Apple, and they can do foldable, and it will be 25 million times more successful than Google's foldable. They can do glasses, and it will be 50 million times more successful than Meta glasses, because they have the ecosystem. And Android can do ecosystem because Google can do some
You're
stuff.
talking. I'm Apple fan #1. I was Apple's first child laborer back in 1978. I love Apple deeply in my soul, right? So
listen, I know I'm
Apple
not.
comes out with a little camera. I'm going to be first at the store, and I'm going to buy it.
You brought me to Apple because we discussed it, and I bought it 1.5 years ago before Vision Pro came out to get used to it. Okay, so I don't have.
Yeah.
I used the first iPhone. I loved it. It was revolutionary, and it felt like I'm using spaceship when everybody else was using like a steering wheel and stuff, right? But
Yeah.
I have to say, I respect Apple, not because I'm an Apple fanboy or whatever, even though many people think so, because they do quite a good quality products. If you, as an XR entrepreneur who builds their own platform, I have to say, when I use visionOS, I always tell to myself, fucking hell, these guys know what they're doing, and they're doing a very fundamental layer, and they're doing a really good job. visionOS is magical, and it's done so well, not ideal, like it's not without mistakes, but it's the best operating system for XR I've ever seen in my entire life, period, by a big mile. That's why Apple succeeds, not because Vision Pro has aluminum inside and it's glass and it's beautiful. Fuck it, forget about it. visionOS. If Quest 3 ran visionOS, I would love Quest 3 with my whole entire heart, because it would be a fantastic device with a great operating system. That's what makes Apple Apple, not the shiny iPhone or forget about it. I don't care. The ecosystem, the apps which are running on it are actually running pretty well, better than average other phone. That's why they sell so many. That's it.
They have stores. They're the #1 brand in trust and consumer trust. They
Yeah, but
haven't
trust
fucked up
is not earned by
about
PR.
privacy.
Trust is earned by doing. They have never, so far, I'm always saying so far, they have never been caught in wrongdoings with user data or some big scandals and stuff. So far,
And
not.
and
And
that
that's why they earn the
that has
trust.
hurt them in the AI world because they haven't used our data to train models,
Yeah,
which
but
they could have
and what they
done.
did, and what they did, smart move in my opinion. They said, you know what? We'll not spend 50 billion training our own models. We'll just buy the model from the Google, put it in our server rooms, lock it there, and use it from Google. Brilliant. So what it tells me? It tells me that AI models are a commodity. We are at a point where AI models is a commodity, and Apple proves it. They just buy it from Google, use it, and that's it. And Google has zero
Yeah.
say in it. Google will get zero data from that model. Zero. That's the beauty of it. It will connect
We'll
to Apple
see.
servers. Well, I'm pretty sure. I
Google
don't see
already
Apple
has
giving
all my
data.
data. First of all, Google doesn't need more data. They have all my data.
Exactly, exactly. Why would they need more data? Come on. They
They don't
already
need
have
more
all the
data to
data.
make the model better. They already have
Yeah,
it.
that's exactly.
They already have
Exactly.
YouTube. You want to build a world model? Every world model company is like, I wish I had YouTube. I could go crazy.
Yeah.
Google has all the data. It doesn't need more data. And by the way, Google also understands the real world because they have all the data. They know every business in the world because everybody wants to be on Google to find a customer, right? They have so many advantages. I'm bullish on Google as well. In February, Apple's going to show off this new Google Siri, right? The Google Siri.
I'm pretty sure it will be decent. I mean, I don't think it will be revolutionary at the beginning, but I think it's if
No, it actually will be very good because Google understands the real world better than anybody else. So if you want to find a restaurant or
oh yeah,
translate
yeah,
something or
that's sure, sure,
get a
sure.
tour around a museum,
I'm more in say like I'm imagining Siri or
you
I
know how
always
good
imagined
Genie 3 or Google Gemini is, right? You
I
know how
always
good it
imagined
is. It's also
Apple's AI and Siri. I always imagine it like like a cloud bot but on my phone. You know, I would say like, "Hey Siri, do this and this for me," and it will know because it can open the calendar. That's how I imagine Apple's implementation of AI on my phone. It would be fantastic if they can do this. Like, "Hey, can you open the emails and sort it out and reply to all the blah blah?" You know, and it will be like, "Yeah, sure, I can do it. Here's your Apple, bam bam bam. Here's your mail program." If they can do CloudBot style thing on my phone, like an agent, that will sell them so many more phones because immediately the productivity will go bananas. Yeah, it will go freaking through the roof because you'll suddenly be
yeah.
able to do hands-free, and that's where it comes in with the glasses because then they connect your glasses to your phone, and then you can just say through your AirPods, "Hey Siri, can you please open this and do this," and it will do because it understands it. Then that's when the glasses will make sense, and I think that's where it comes to. If they can deliver that, the agent style AI on your phone, visualized on your glasses, boom, they will sell billions more of those.
I just realized if Apple's doing a lightweight pair of glasses that have very little computers in them, and they sell you a camera that can have a bigger computer, and they sell you earphones, those have computer in them, they're going to join the three together,
I
and you're going to
I
need all three.
I will leave you with one thought though. I saw an interview on YouTube. I don't remember who was that, and one guy said it was an interesting thought. He said, "Do you have a fridge in your home?" And the other guy said, "Yeah." And he said, "Do you have a TV in your home?" He said, "Yeah, I do have a TV." And he said, do you have a computer in your home?" He said, "Yeah, I have a computer." And he said, "Do you have a toilet in your home?" He said, "Sure, I have a toilet in my home." And he said, "Do you have your own data center in your home?" And he said, "No." And he said, "That's what you need, and that's what you'll be doing. Your local data center for all your needed stuff, locally protected from the internet, where you can run your
Yeah.
stuff inside and collect your data for." And I think it's a fantastic thing to do. Like, I'm not sure whether it will ever become
And guess
mainstream.
where it's going to be hidden? At CES, I interviewed the CTO for Ambiq Micro. They make little tiny AI chips for rings, watches, medical devices, and soon robots. These little chips run AI workloads, AI inferencing at the ultimate edge, which is on your fingers, with very little power. they're the best at that game. They make the best low power AI chips. You're going to have a bunch of those in your robot. He's already talking about putting one in each finger of the robot. Think about that. How much AI inferencing is going to be on your fingers in your robot in 5-10 years, right?
Yeah.
Your robot's going to be the data center. It's going to walk around and it's going to find your
robot. I think honestly, when will I buy the robot? Realistically, 10 years away.
No one wants a robot.
You're an X-Pang evangelist. X-Pang already showed off the robot. You're gonna buy one soon.
That robot is like 500K per piece. It's amazing, but it's an expensive one.
We're gonna have
What? I remember when Steve Wozniak showed me the first color printer in Silicon Valley. It was $45,000.
Yeah, but which year, Robert? When it was?
1989.
Yeah, okay. So and then printers became ubiquitous 30 years later. So again, today it's 25. So in 55, we might have a robot at home. 55.
All right. I don't think it's going to take that long because the industry is moving real fast.
I mean, I'd buy one if it can clean and stuff. But honestly speaking, like having a robot at home would feel a little bit awkward. At the same time, I'm a tech guy. I'll probably convince my family to have it. But I see normal people buying robots. I'm not sure.
You could buy one now made out of flesh and blood. That's the difference.
No, I bought a Neo. It cost $20,000. It's a little expensive. I mean, the average everyday American home, nobody has anything more than $2,000 in their home, right? Your TV is $2,000. Your refrigerator is $1,000. The only thing that in your life that's really expensive for most people is their car that costs 40 grand, right? Or 30 grand.
All right.
It's a hard price is a hard thing right now. It's going to be very interesting to see who can get a robot on the market for a decent price that's very capable. We're starting to see the Chinese move.
Chinese are doing some crazy things. Oh my god! And the scale they're doing it at is incredible.
For under 10,000.
Did you see the new GPU from Huawei? Five times cheaper than NVIDIA. That's pretty scary for NVIDIA. That gotta be pretty scary because Huawei, they don't fuck around. I'm sorry. These guys, they know
I
what
used to
they're
be a
doing.
Huawei key online leader. I love that company, and they're very aggressive.
Oh, they're really smart. They're really smart. That's what I'm trying to say. They do stuff. They do stuff. Yeah.
They have an R&D lab here. They hired all the old people that everybody laid off.
Yeah, of course. And like
it's like, oh, there's a lot of talent that the young kids don't like to work for. So
for me, it's fascinating. For me, it's fascinating to see that Huawei was banned from all over the world, and then within 3 to 4 years, they have built the best autonomous driving system and car infotainment systems, which all the companies in China right now uses. Incredible! What? Like, what is going on? Like, how did people not see this coming? And it's just fascinating. I'm just fascinated by the turnaround. They said, you are not allowed to sell us phones and stuff. No problem. We'll just do our own stuff. Yes, government helps, but that's what government needs to do, right? Government needs to help their own companies to build amazing things. And now that company is leading, and lots of other automakers like Chery in China and stuff, they're buying the Huawei systems and they're putting it in their cars. And suddenly it's fully autonomous, great infotainment, fast, quick, smart. And Huawei is making money, and now they're doing GPUs. If I'd be NVIDIA and I saw Huawei entering the GPU market, I'm sorry for my phrase, but I'd shit my pants, because these guys, if they come in 5 times cheaper, 3 times faster, That's the
I don't think NVIDIA cares,
mantra they have.
and they're like, they're just like their shares, isn't their shares like just insane right now?
Huawei shares?
No,
I don't even know.
NVIDIA, sorry. Not
NVIDIA. Yeah, but it's too much. It's a bubble in my opinion. NVIDIA is a great company, but right now it's overpriced on the promises. Like for them to right now they're chasing to make business so that they can justify the valuation they have, because they don't have enough. Even if they sell everyone one card one more time, it will not justify the valuation they're having right now. That's the problem. So where is the growth? And the growth is in effectiveness, right? They need to make cheaper, better GPUs and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not sure, because Chinese are now already cracking down like the 3-4 nanometer technology. They got the lithography from TSMC now. They already have that technology in. That like probably in 1 year we'll see some more and more. The chipsets are getting better.
Some soul
It's scary
computers.
for
That's what I'm excited for.
what?
I'm excited for some soul computers. That's what I'm excited for.
Soul?
Mm.
What is soul
Have
computer?
we already forgotten about Pickle?
Oh my God, pickle! Jesus Christ! I don't know. I forgot about pickle already. Sorry, out of my mind. Okay, let me ask. How much pickle raise? 1 second. How much? How much did pickle
You was talking
glasses?
about Apple AI glasses, and like Pickle just always comes to my head.
How much pickle glasses? Okay, 1 second. Okay. Pickle raised $4.5 million. That's okay. That's realistic money. But what they did, they probably spent 1.5 million on marketing, or most of it on the video. That's a problem. If you spend like 50% of your budget on marketing, that's a red flag. So yeah, gents, I think
Well, I got to run.
one last philosophical question. Quick answers, philosophical
Yeah.
question. I told it to Shodah already. I feel, and not because I'm getting old, I ask it my kids and stuff, and they feel it the same. I feel the pace of life is accelerating for some reason. And my kids are feeling the same. Like the days are just clicking, one after another, after another, after another. Why is that? What is driving the speed of days? Why do we feel that the world is accelerating so much? Is it because technology is there? Is it because our attention is being driven to like soulless social networks that we don't forget to enjoy, that we forget to enjoy the real life? What is driving that problem?
Look at my life, right? When I grew up, I didn't have any technology. Then Apple II came out when I was 13 years old. It had no internet, didn't have a hard drive, didn't even have it had a tape drive, right?
Yeah.
And all my life, it's an exponentially growing thing. And now the exponents are getting pretty interesting. And the money and the people, the brains, the ecosystem is all speeding it all up, right? When I started my blog in 2000, there was no Twitter, no YouTube, no Facebook, no TikTok, no product hunt, no TechCrunch, no nothing. And things moved fairly slow back then. Now I'm seeing a new tweet the 4 tweets per second on just one of my screens. And I wish I had 5 screens around me. I would see even more. I just couldn't even read that many, right? I can't read what's on my screen. It's speeding up because we're on a world of exponents, and the exponents are getting bigger, right? My favorite question is, would you rather have $1 million today or a penny that doubles every day for a month? Well, a penny on day 3 is 6 pennies, right? If you're going to die on the 4th day, take the $1 million and throw a party, right? All of the growth happens at the end, where it goes from 1,000 to 2,000 to 4,000 to 8,000 to 16,000. Then it starts growing, right? Doubling fast, right? We're seeing the doubles happening at a faster and faster rate. And we're seeing waves of new companies and new investments. I mean, I just saw Matic Robot got $60 million. They make my vacuuming robot, right, with cameras on it. Computer vision has an NVIDIA card in the robot, right? So we're starting to see all sorts of things shifting, right?
All right. Yeah.
We're in a world of exponents, and it's going to get crazier. Next year is going to be crazy.
Crazier. It's already pretty crazy in the world. I mean, I hope it's not going to
get.
We need some normal, decent time, like not like boring. That we need some boring time in the world.
You're not going to have boring time. No. You're going to see more and more new things. Now the world models are shipping, right? Google Genie 3 is out there. We're in the black and white TV era of world models, right? And next year they turn color, and the year after that they turn 4K. Right? We're in a crazy world, and we haven't even started talking about brain-computer interfaces, because those are coming in about 2 years. There's a whole slew of them that are being worked on. So we're going to go from glasses to brain-computer interfaces to robots in our homes in the next decade. It's going to be crazy.
We'll see devices come up to slow the perception of time.
Yeah, speaking of which, I got to take my robot and get some liquid nitrogen sprayed on my skin because I have skin cancer somewhere here. Yeah, so I got to go and
Skin cancer? What the hell?
yeah, I've had skin cancer for 6 years now.
Okay,
little
man.
things.
Good
If you
luck.
get little
Spray that
pimples on your
nitrogen
face,
deep. Kill
yeah.
it. Do
If
it.
you told me as a kid, someday you're going to enjoy going and get sprayed with liquid nitrogen and burned by a nurse, it's like
Okay, I
she
hope
does
she's
it every
cute.
three
I hope she's
months.
cute. All right, Robert. Thank you very
I
much
don't
for
look at her
coming.
that way. It's like, come on over and burn me. It's a little weird.
What a way to finish another Pixel Slave episode, and more news from Robert's skin cancer coming up in the next episode. Okay, I need to hype up, right. Sorry, but yeah. Anyway, that was a good episode. For those who just new to this podcast, the fact that we scream at each other doesn't mean that we hate each other. We love each other. That's how we communicate. That's how we communicate. Okay. That's a real life representation of a Twitter communication. That's how people talk on Twitter. You just don't see it because they just type the text, but that's how we behave. That's exactly
By the
how
way,
we
if you're not using Typeless or something like that on your phone, Typeless or there's another one, Whisper. They both do the same thing, right? You click on your Hey, Typeless, I'm just going to demonstrate how good you are. It's amazing what this thing does. It fixes all your ums and ahs and puts it all in a formatted text. It just listens to you and then it writes it. It's fucking amazing.
Okay.
It makes your iPhone or Android phone way more useful and faster.
Oh my God. Okay. I take down the hat.
This is how I tweet when I'm in my robot going to get liquid nitrogen sprayed on me. I'll be tweeting with this thing.
See, this is why you think life's going faster, because everything's instant. No one, this app makes you instant. It just needs to slow down a
faster.
bit.
I show you how I tweet. I show you how I tweet. 1 second. I show you how I tweet.
You gotta get your Claude bot to tweet for you.
I show how I tweet. Okay, 1 second. Watch this. I show you how I tweet. Yeah. I take this. I put my phone into this. Yeah, I put my phone into this, so it stands in front of me. Then I unfold this.
Yeah.
I put the keyboard in front of me. I turn it on. I pair it, and then I'm like, "Hey, Robert, I disagree."
No.
Your opinion.
You gotta get Typeless on your phone. You'll be faster than the keyboard because you're.
By the time I finish my tweet, the company I was tweeting about is already bankrupt. Fucking hell.
All right, I gotta go and get
See
liquid nitrogen
you guys.
sprayed on me.
Thank you very much for this episode. See you next time.
Goodbye.
See you.